Welcome back to the Global Pulse, where we decode what the world is talking about and how to turn it into opportunity. I'm Jordan Adewale. Today, and listen up, we're pulling the curtain back on a topic that's been recycled on every platform, the whole broke versus rich mindset debate.
Maya Chen here, and yeah, it's still trending in 2026. But for the love of all the saved-for-later reels, we're not doing another feel-good pep talk. We're cutting to what actually moves money: habits, systems, and execution.
Quick nod to anyone dealing with higher rents, shifting jobs, or juggling 3 side gigs. If you've ever told yourself, I just need the right mindset, this episode is for you. By the end, you'll have a simple 3-step execution plan to move from mindset theater to systems that produce results.
Right. Let's start with why this is flaring up again. Social media is drowning in quotes, but the economy is real. In 2026, more people than ever are hitting platform fatigue. A ton of motivation, zero follow-through.
Exactly. People throw around think rich like it's a magic pill, but we've got higher costs, less job certainty, and more folks turning to gig work and online income. So the question becomes, why isn't 17 hours of inspiration turning into 6-figure outcomes?
Because mindset is a starting point, not a business plan. I see creators say, I'm manifesting, while their bank account says, please manifest rent. That disconnect is what gives birth to a whole industry of empty content.
Maya, you built multiple 6-figure streams while holding a full-time job. Tell me, where did the myth break for you?
It broke when I realized that thinking differently didn't change my calendar. I could believe I was capable, but if I didn't block time, automate money, and create repeatable offers, belief stayed a feeling. Actions made the income.
Amen. Let's define terms, because people are using rich mindset as an aesthetic now. Maya, what's a rich mindset in practical terms?
A rich mindset is behavior first. It's delaying immediate gratification for compounding gains. It's being curious about systems, taxes, cash flow, product funnels, and then building them. It's not just think big. It's what steps do I take today so in 5 years I don't have to trade time for money.
And a broke mindset?
Instant gratification, hiding from numbers, relying on a single paycheck, and spending to signal status. You can call it the content-rich, cash-poor syndrome. You see the car, the dinner, the trip, and think the lifestyle equals wealth. It doesn't.
I gotta call this out. Fake rich behavior is the worst. People will finance a flex and call it ambition. No, that's a liability posing as confidence. If you want to sound rich, start by automating your savings, not your subscriptions.
Exactly. Social feeds make it worse because we copy the surface without copying the systems underneath. We imitate the highlight reel and ignore the plan that built the reel.
So here's the pivot. Execution over mindset. You can have a billionaire's mindset and still be broke if you never execute. Motivation is cheap. Execution is rare. Explain that, Maya.
Execution means designing repeatable systems. It's scheduling the work, not waiting for inspiration. It's automation, auto transfers, cron jobs for content posting, email funnels that convert without babysitting. The top earners I know turned mental models into operational playbooks.
Let me give a real illustration. 2 people take the same course. They watch the modules. One drafts a small product and launches a paid test within 2 weeks. The other keeps scrolling, learning more. Guess which one sees revenue? Execution wins every time.
People confuse consumption for progress. You're not building a business by collecting PDFs. You build by shipping, even if it's imperfect. Small, consistent launches beat occasional inspiration.
All right, time for the part everyone wants. Practical steps. Maya, walk us through your 3-step execution framework for 2026.
Step 1. Audit income and expenses. Track 30 days of everything, not just bills, but the small status spends. That subscription you forgot about? That daily app order? Label spending into system building and status buckets.
Step 2.
Automate savings and investments. Decide a percentage, even as low as 5–10%, and make it an invisible transfer the moment pay hits your account. If you see it, you'll spend it. Make the decision once and let automation do the discipline.
And step 3.
Start one scalable system. Pick one, a simple digital product, a service that can be productized, or a content funnel that consistently converts. The goal is leverage, a system that decouples income from every hour you work.
Let's break those down quickly. For the audit, don't make it fancy. Use a spreadsheet or a tracking app. The point is to identify the status leaks. Ask, does this purchase move me toward compounding assets or just social signals?
For automation, set up an auto transfer to a high-yield account, a robo-advisor, or a micro-investing plan. If you want faster progress, set a separate account for business experiments. $50 a week can seed a digital product test in months.
And for the scalable system, start with a one-product micro-offer, a 10-20-minute paid call, a $27 template, a mini-course. Price it to convert. Test, iterate, scale. No need to build an entire empire before you validate demand.
Also, network like your income depends on it, because it does. Join the Discords, the micro-communities, the Slack channels where people are actually selling and shipping. Don't network to get likes, network to swap processes and accountability.
Quick micro challenge for listeners. In the next 24 hours, do 2 things. Set up one automated transfer and cancel one status subscription you've been paying for out of habit. Send us a DM or tag us with your wins. We'll shout some out.
I love that. Small winning behaviors compound. And here's a hard truth. If your mindset work doesn't show up in your calendar or bank statement, it's fiction. The proof is in action.
Let's get a bit confrontational, because you asked for it. Maya, what do you say to someone who's like, I don't have the time? Mindset first.
I say, that's an excuse dressed as a limitation. Time is a resource like money. You can reallocate 30 minutes 3 times a week to building a system. If you truly want different results, you'll trade a habit for an experiment. If you don't, you'll keep justifying failure with performance theater.
Oof, strong and true. Here's my version. If you're waiting for confidence to arrive before you act, you're doing it backwards. Action creates confidence. Launch, learn, adjust, repeat.
People keep waiting for permission to be disciplined. No one's coming. Discipline is designed. You build it with rules. Automatic savings, no-spend windows, work sprints. Systems automate discipline so you don't need it every minute.
Let's call out one more ugly thing. Comparing your beginning to someone else's polished operation. You see a creator at scale? They had messy launches, crappy first offers, and nights they wanted to quit. The highlight reel hides the iterations.
And if you're copying outward signals, the clothes, the travel, you're teaching yourself to prioritize image over infrastructure. Spend on infrastructure that produces recurring value, education that builds skills, tools that automate, legal and accounting that protect growth.
All right, rapid fire tactics you can do in a week. Maya?
1. Map a 1-week content funnel. 3 posts, 1 lead magnet, 1 paid test. 2. Set a weekly 2-hour power block for product work and protect it like a meeting with a client. 3. Automate 2 transactions, 1 savings, 1 reinvestment.
My additions. Renegotiate 1 bill this week. Price test 1 offer, even a $7 test. And drop 1 thing you've been doing that's eaten time without ROI and replace it with a 30-minute test.
Before we wrap, some bold takeaways. Mindset doesn't make anyone rich. Decisions do. Your beliefs are useless unless they translate into repeatable behaviors.
If you're still broke, it's not your thoughts, it's your actions and systems. Poor people chase income. Rich people build systems that chase income for them. Awareness with action is just vanity.
Judge your mindset by your calendar and bank statement, not your saved quotes and reels. If it doesn't show up as an action, it doesn't exist.
One-line mantra for you to steal. If it doesn't show up in your actions, it doesn't exist. Say it, stick it on your phone, live it.
Think less, act more, build systems, execute. That's your 2026 cheat code if you'll actually do it.
Before we go, 2 quick asks. Share this episode with someone stuck in motivation mode and try the 24-hour challenge. 1 automation, 1 cut. Tag us with the wins. We'll feature people who actually did the work.
And if you're hungry for templates and a checklist to run that 3-step framework, we'll link one in the episode notes. A real, usable playbook, not another PDF graveyard.
Knowledge is power, but action is wealth. Take a small step today toward execution. Keep us posted. Jordan out. Wait, Jordan?
Maya here, do the work. And if you catch yourself saying, I'm just getting my mindset ready, pinch yourself and ship something tiny instead. Catch you next time on the Global Pulse, where we decode what the world is talking about and how you can win from it.